Hello, once again, this is Versatile the Wild Child and the Wild Wolf Pack. We are currently at Hilsman Middle School, about to go and talk to a group of 7th graders. Everyone introduce themselves.
I'm T-Lore. I'm Mr. Hashtag.
I'm Charisma.
I'm Starfire.
I'm Luna.
I'm Anime.
Yeah, me.
I'm Ghost.
Oh, yeah, you were Ghost. See?
This is
And I'm Softball.
This is a portion of the Wild Wolf Pack. We're going to begin talking today about education, but the main focal point of our discussion with these middle schoolers is diversity of all sorts, mainly being racial, but sexual orientation, religious beliefs, all these things are going to be discussed at some point in time or other during the meeting we're going to have with these kids. The purpose behind what we do is not just the music. The music is to really just a plus, something that we really do to have fun with. But what's more important to us is being able to get into these schools and talk to these kids, and hopefully at some point in time change lives and give them a mindset that will enable them to have a better future. So stand by and get ready to see what we do.
We are now heading to the class. This is the pack in motion. Everybody look back and wave to the camera. But ain't nobody hear me. Ooh. Really? They put us in the auditorium? Oh, wow. Oh, excuse me. Wow.
One more class.
Oh, wow. Can you hold this for 1 second? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Y'all just have a class. Tell them to go.
Everybody say hey to the camera. Hey.
What's up? What's up?
What's happening? Hey.
Come on in over here, right here.
Please don't make me separate y'all.
My hip-hop group, the name of it is the Wild Wolf Pack. We do music. What was that? Do it again? Do it loud. That's what we do when we go to the club. somebody gonna talk to me? The purpose of us being here is I think that it's very important for you all to know that in order for you to do whatever it is you want to do in your life, this is where it starts. So when we might ask questions, raise your hand if you want to answer this perfectly fine. But how many people right now know what they want to do with their life when they grow up? What do you want to do? Sports. What's the favorite sport? Basketball and football. Or football. Which one most? Basketball. Why?
Because I play good games and I
How do you plan on doing it?
keep practicing and not drugs.
Is that it? So, in order to get a diploma, go to school, what's the first thing you got to do?
Pay attention to class.
Right. What else? What else?
Listen to the adults that tell you don't think that they are telling you wrong because they probably already went through the same thing.
Okay. Who likes to read? Oh, this is a lot more than last time.
Yeah.
Y'all really like to read? Let's see here. Jenny. What type of books do you like to read? Okay, what type of books do you like to read? Well, them are good books. It's got everything that's good. Live and fancy books don't have it. All right, if you're gonna talk, then tell me what you're talking about. How about that? Tell me what you're talking about. It's interesting. I want to. What do you want to do with your life? A game design. I guess you like games. It's supposed to be a dream. How do you plan on doing it? Y'all be quiet. Soft. Show them respect. Soft.
Move one over there with you, Miss Babcock. Move somebody over there with you.
What college you want to go to? You got one. Did anybody listen to what he was saying? He wants to be a game designer, right? His first goal is he wants to study first. And he wants to graduate from middle school first. Then graduate from high school second, then go to college and get a degree in game design, correct? Does everybody know that all these things require reading? Books, you have to read. Another thing that's very important is paying attention when people are talking and showing them proper respect. Because if you were talking, you would not like for this young man over here to interrupt you. No. So it's not proper or polite for you to interrupt him while he's talking. If she's got something to say, it's not respectful for you to be talking while she's talking. We want to try to treat each person like we want to be treated ourselves, right? Which brings us to another topic while we're here. One thing that you notice if you look at everybody right here, what do you notice? We're all different. Can anybody tell me what makes us different? What? Anybody else? Okay, what about you? We all totally different. That's well, what about you, Miss Lady?
Your different personalities.
Different personality. Yes, that's another one. But I'm looking for one word. Anybody know?
Diversity.
Racially diverse. That's what makes us different. For instance, what's your nationality?
Asian.
Asian. What's your nationality? African American. What's your nationality? The important thing that I'm trying to express to each one of y'all is that everybody's different. Look at this here. This hair is different. I love this hair. Awesome. That makes him totally unique. Unto himself. This hair is different. Makes you different. Doesn't make anybody better or worse than the other person. It just makes you unique. The main word that we're going to talk about today is racism. Raise your hand if you know what racism is. Raise your hand high if you know what racism is. What is racism? What do you think it is? This guy's on this. He's on this game. What about you? Say that again. What about you, Frank?
You discriminate against someone for being racially different than you.
Raise your hand if you think racism is good. Raise your hand if you think racism is bad. Can somebody, anybody, tell me why it's bad? Why is it bad?
Because it's not right to believe that think that somebody else, to think that somebody else is bad because they're different.
Truthfully, we don't have the right, I personally believe as Americans, to tell someone what they can and cannot believe. But more, for me just myself, I think that it's wrong when I look down on someone else because they're not the same color as me, or because they don't have the same religion as me, or the same sexuality. This is about equality. Everybody in this room, just because you're in middle school and I'm an adult, doesn't make me any better. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody has the right to think that they're better than you because they're different. Nor do we have the right to think someone is less than us because we're different. Does that make sense? Anybody?
They don't try to pick on them just because of their skin color and try to make them cry.
Some people do that, and that's not fair. It's really not fair at all for someone to look at you and say that you're not equal to them because of their skin complexion, their color. You understand what I'm saying? Because the reality is, color does not matter. It's what's up here and what's in here that really matters. That's what determines the worth of a person. Not whether you have long hair or what color your hair is or what color your skin is or what you believe or what your sexual orientation is. These things do not matter. What matters is what your actions speak to others for. I want one of my brothers, these are my brothers and sisters, by the way. They're not my friends. These are my family members. We're all family. I would like for one of my family members to speak to you. His name is T-Lord. He is our graphic artist.
Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, so all of y'all earlier said that y'all were good, but I didn't believe it because y'all were like good. So one more time, how are y'all?
Good. That's it?
How are y'all?
Good.
Thank you. See, it makes me feel better because this is probably the first time I've spoken to this many people. Luckily, y'all are middle schoolers. Y'all don't intimidate me as much as, you know, if I was talking to adults. But for me, I'm supposed to talk about the Wild Wolf Pack, how we came together, how we've grown to be family, and how that has affected us both in hip-hop and music, but also for us individually as people who have grown together. Wild Wolf Pack for me started about 6 months ago. I met Verse in the mall, and he immediately knew that there was something that me and him had in common. And what that was is that me and him had some kind of goal in life to raise our families and our friends, our brothers and sisters to another level in life. And in order to do that, we have to work really hard, and that's what we're doing right now. We're working really hard. The Wild Wolf Pack is something that we made, not just for music, but for this, for impacting the community. Because in Athens, there's not a whole lot of that going around, as far as I'm concerned. So this is great that we're able to talk to people. You know, I didn't even know it was possible until a few weeks ago when we decided to do this. So, well, I mean, I'm sure Verse knew about this the whole time. But as far as I'm concerned, I didn't know we were going to be able to come out here and be able to talk and make an impact. So that's really what the Wolfpack is about, is teaching people not to hate each other, to love each other. And that's definitely what we're here doing. Like Verse said, we're all diverse. We all have different skill sets, different families, different problems. But we all help each other, and that's what you got to do in life. You got to help each other. Because not one person can handle everything on their own. Everyone thinks they can, but they can't. Having friends is one of the most important things. But having yourself is also very important. So loving yourself and loving where you come from and learning from your mistakes is really important. Now, a little bit more about the Wolfpack. You know, it hasn't always had this many people. There's more people that you don't see here today with other obligations. But, you know, we have all taken up the responsibilities within ourselves to do this. Not everyone can do this. It takes leaders, and that's what we're about. We're about making leaders out of everyone in the group. Everyone in this group is following Verse and his dream, but he's teaching us how to be leaders. Because leaders don't get up here and talk to people. Leaders sit and watch and follow, which isn't bad. Sometimes you have to follow to lead, and that's life. At a job, you're most likely not going to be the boss when you first get there. But if you go to school, you learn from your teachers, you follow their directions, you get a degree, you raise your chances of being able to be the boss one day. And that's what we're all here to do, is be leaders, right? Be leaders, not followers, right? Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I want y'all to get, because it's really easy to sit back. It's really coast through life. But in this life, you only get one. You only get one chance, right? YOLO, right? You only live once? Well, it's true. So think about that every day. Think about how you can grow every day. And that's what we do. Every day we on Facebook we have a page where every day we're supposed to post what we did that day. You know, we post the progress that we did.
One thing that T-Lord is trying to get y'all to understand is that in order for you to obtain the goals and desires that you have, okay, let's do something else. I need a couple of more people to tell me what it is you want to do with your life. How about you? Don't be shy. Come on. That's okay. You don't know what you want to do? What about you, man?
I want to be a fashion designer.
Fashion designer. What type of fashion designer? Excuse me. You like doing hair? You like to design clothes? How do you plan on obtaining that goal? After college, then what do you do? Let's take you back. Start right here. We're in middle school. Now, the first step is to graduate from middle school, right? Get excellent grades, study, get the information and the knowledge that you need to obtain your degrees, correct? Then we go to high school, we do the same thing there again. We get out of high school and we're happy because we're tired of school for a little while, right? Then we go to college and we get our degree. Then we go out and we start putting out applications for jobs, filling out our resumes, sending them to the necessary people, then hopefully we gain employment. The reason why I'm doing that is showing y'all that in order to have something that you want to achieve, you need to set a goal, not just have a desire in your mind. Our society today, who knows who Lil Wayne is? Who likes Lil Wayne? Why do you like Lil Wayne?
No, I don't like him. I don't like him.
You don't? You alright with me then? you like Lil Wayne?
Yeah, so
He got swag. Swag. Why do you like Lil Wayne?
I don't know.
Does anybody like Lil Wayne and know why? Besides swag? Who knows who Lupe Fiasco is?
Who?
Lupe Fiasco. You like Lupe? Why? Say it again. it isn't that bad. Do you ever listen to what he says? Do you know the majority of his lyrics are positive? They're influential. They're not about guns and drugs and doing derogatory things towards women. That's the difference between Lupe Fiasco and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne promotes and publicizes a negative lifestyle and thinks it's okay to tell you to go out there and do stupid things in the streets that will either land you in jail, in prison, or in a cemetery. Lupe Fiasco, with every one of his songs, he has a message, lyrics that teach you to think differently than what Lil Wayne is like for you to do. The perpetuation of negative stereotyping. Perpetuation means continuation. That's what that word means. Again, what the purpose of what we're trying to explain and express to you guys today is that in order for you to have something in life, you got to have a positive mind frame. You got to think positive. You got to surround yourself with positive people. You got to surround you want to find a man that's got class, not swag. Swag ain't going to get you too far. Swag ain't going to pay your bills. Swag ain't going to get you riding in no Jag. Swag ain't going to have your rent and your electricity. These things, the swag ain't finna get you all that.
You can find somebody and then they can do that for you.
But you can find somebody with class that knows how to treat a woman. That know how to respect a woman, talk to you like a human being. That's not going to treat you like a side attraction. Swag, class, what's the difference? One more ghetto than the other.
That is true.
That's true. Class is when you are able to conduct yourself in a way that doesn't make you look like you don't have any intelligence. When you see guys walking around with their pants hanging off their butt, so you can see their underwear, or they got their chests hanging out, you see women with tightly fitting clothes on trying to draw attention to their physiques. That's swag. But those things aren't necessary to get attention. That's not the type of attention a woman or a man should want. You want healthy attention. You want somebody to acknowledge you and look at you for the person that you are, not with your body. You want a man to appreciate your mind over your body, I would hope, right?
Also, sorry, TP. Also, with that, what he's saying is that having a swag isn't a problem. It's how people behave outwardly towards other people. If someone wants to sag their pants, that's fine. Don't judge anyone for whatever they do. Someone could be the weirdest person ever, but if they're nice and respectful, that's what's important. And that's what verses are going to say.
TP. And I was just about to get to that. Swag in itself is not bad. It's how people treat you that's bad. It's the response that people get. Because you have all types of people that dress different ways. We dress quite uniquely and quite differently. Each one of us. But each one of these people, I can tell you from what I know of them, are really good, genuinely loving people who will respect you and treat you like the human being that you are. Stereotypes come from so many different things in our society. People say black people are a certain way, or white people are a certain way. But in reality, it's not black or white, it's people, period, right? Because I'm sure you know some white people that dress like they black, right? And you know some black people that dress like they white, right? So it's not the color, it's the person, right? So swag doesn't have a color, it's anybody. Class doesn't have a color. Intelligence does not have a color. All these things can be applied to anybody. But if you want to be something in life and you want to be successful, you want to associate yourself with people who are of the same mind. Each one of these people right here have goals and ambitions the same as mine. That's why we work together as a pack. As a family, we have came together because we all desire to have better in life and to make the world that we live in better for y'all. And someday I would like to hope that everybody here gets the ambition and purpose in their lives to want to go out into the world, get your degrees, get your diplomas, become adults, get your families, get your man with a little swag, and help somebody else. Right now, I want to let my next friend talk to you. She's going to tell you a little bit about herself. We call her Luna Starchild.
Well, as Verse just said, my name is Luna Starchild, and there's actually a lot of things I'm going to touch on for y'all real quick. He's already touched on racial diversity, and he also mentioned sexuality and all sorts of other things, right? Well, there's a lot of things you guys do. He also talked a lot about education. I have a quick question for people about that. How many of y'all have thought about or are thinking you really, really want to join the military? Any branch, Air Force, Army, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, any sort. Right? Well, I'm in the military. I'm in the Army Reserves. That means that instead of me going to training and they send me to Korea or a different state and say, this is where you're going to live, this is where you're going to do your job, I choose where I'm going to live. And I just have to report to my superiors 1 weekend out of the month, work for the weekend, 2 weeks out of the year. That was my choice because I wasn't ready to just go wherever they wanted to send me. I wanted to stay here, where I was close to my family so that I could pursue the career that I really want to do. I want to be a writer. Now, how many of y'all know that writers, unless you make something big like Harry Potter or the Hunger Games, don't actually make that much money? Right? So what I had to do is I had to backtrack and have a backup plan, something that would make sure that I was making enough money to keep myself alive, to have a roof over my head, water, electricity, the necessities. So I'm going to school, I'm going to get a medical assisting degree, that's going to be my stable job while I'm working on becoming a writer. Now then, what do y'all think my race is? Just a quick question. Who has a guess? You're wrong. I know I look Caucasian, but I'm Mexican. For real? That's the reaction I get a lot of times. People will not believe me until I start speaking Spanish, or they see me with my family.
Speak some Spanish.
Yo he estado en la escuela ya en el colegio de Athens Tech desde el verano. I just simply said I've been in school at Athens Tech since the summer. Now then, of course, I have a little advantage over a lot of my family because I don't look like the typical Mexican, so I haven't had as many looks that you could get from people who are racist. Thankfully, I'm blessed with that, but a lot of people will struggle with that because of what we're talking about, racism. Now then, another little bit I want to get to. From y'all seeing me up here, y'all probably think that my sexuality is also heterosexual, right? I don't look like a typical homosexual, but that is what I identify with. And there's nothing wrong with that. Anyone have any thoughts on that?
What she said? Does everybody understand those two words, heterosexual and homosexual? What is she saying? You don't know. She's saying that she has a preference different than a heterosexual. I'm a heterosexual man. I have a wife. I'm married. She's a woman. My wife is a woman. That's heterosexual. She's a homosexual, meaning she prefers the same gender. Does everybody understand that? Here's the thing. This is my sister whom I love to death, and it doesn't make her any different to any of us. This is family. This is where she's accepted at. This is where she belongs and fits in. The purpose of this meeting for y'all today is to understand that just because you have a different orientation sexually, religion, or culture, color, whatever it is, it's fine to be who you are, as long as you accept yourself. You can't live your life hoping that somebody will accept you if you don't accept who you are. The things that make us different, there's always somebody somewhere that will see the difference in you, and instead of look down on you, receive that and love you more so for it. So I encourage everyone here, we encourage you all to be the best you that you can be, to be the happiest you that you can be, and to accept the you that you are. I have one more person that's going to speak to y'all. Her name is Physique the Blessed. She's going to tell you a little bit about her education, how she came, where she came from. She's not from Georgia. ready to kill me right now, but it'll be okay.
Hi, I'm Physique the Blessed. As he said, I've been in Georgia for about two and a half, almost 3 years. I've been with the Wolfpack since October. I'm originally from New York, so being down here is a lot different. When I came to Georgia, I did not finish high school, so I went to Job Corps. Job Corps is another form of school where you can get your high school diploma, your GED, and you can also get a trade. The trades that they have nursing, they have outside trades, which are, you can work on cars or build things, whichever trade you want to do. I chose a nursing trade. I am a certified CNA, which means I work with elderly people, which I like to do. Help them eat, bathe, whatever they can't do, you help them with. Job Corps is a good experience. Most Job Corps you are away from home. It starts at 16 to 24, so you will be away from home for about 6 months to a year. If you can handle that. Most people can't, so they don't really stay that long. I am going back to school still because I want to change my trade or career. I want to be a pediatrician and work with children. I love to work with children. So that's what I'm planning on doing in the next couple of weeks to sign up for school.
Physique is also a vocal singer. She sings very well. Y'all want to hear her sing?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna sing. Oh, I sing too? You don't believe me?
No, I don't.
I think animation comes on.
Give Anime a hand. Come on, give us some motivation. Come on, Anime.
Sometimes all that I can do is pray that God will see me through the darkness and the pain. Memories of yesterday, I can't seem to shake them away or find the words to say. That's enough. Y'all don't need no more. I can't sing.
She does. She can
Uh-oh.
They want some more. I can't do it.
No, we don't think sing.
She said no.
Yeah. I want to hear how I sing.
Let me ask everybody a question. We're about to get ready to go. Did anybody learn anything new today? What did you learn?
A lot of things.
Like what?
Some people they may look different, but they might be a different race than what they look like.
Okay. Anybody else learn anything? What did you learn? Very good. What did you learn, little brother?
I don't know why, but it's just like whenever I see a group of people like this, that like it's just a group, they just remind me of the Odd Future.
Who?
Odd Future.
I don't know.
You don't?
No. What is Odd Future? Do y'all know what it is?
Tyler the Creator.
Yep.
Who?
Tyler the Creator.
It's a good thing.
Anybody else learn anything?
TP?
What did you learn?
That people can come from many different backgrounds, many different sexual orientations or races, and they can still be the best of friends and get along great.
Great answer.
TP?
There's one thing that I want to leave y'all with. Actually, there's two things, and I want everybody to repeat after me. Beneficial. Detrimental. Who knows what those words mean?
I forgot.
You forgot? Well, then that means you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is beneficial?
Beneficial is positive for you. It does something good for you.
What is detrimental?
Detrimental is basically the opposite. It's negative. It has a bad impact.
Y'all see this young woman right here? Is that correct? Y'all see her?
Yes.
She's headed somewhere. She's paying attention. She's listening. She's very smart. Beneficial in your life. This is what I want to leave with you, and I want y'all to remember these words. Let's say them one more time. Beneficial. And detrimental. Now, can't nobody say they didn't learn anything today, right? You learned 2 new words. Beneficial. And detrimental. If something is not beneficial, if it is not benefiting you, if it is not helping you reach your goals, then what is it? Detrimental. And what do we do with something that's detrimental? We push it away. If it's beneficial, what do we do? We keep it. If it's detrimental, what do we do? One more time. Beneficial. Detrimental. Beneficial. Detrimental. All right, there's one little thing that I like to do. Would you like to speak?
Mm-hmm. All right. Hold this real quick.
Now, I have a question for all of y'all. Who would like to be a part of the Wild Wolf Pack? Where you in? Just one?
Oh. Wow.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't be
we
shy.
as wolves, we have a call to let everybody know where we at, how we doing, what's going on, and we have. So if you want to be a part of the Wild Wolf Pack, I got to hear you how. On 1, 2, 3.
He fits in.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, yeah, come on, come on.
Come on.
We didn't even mention him.
He didn't even say nothing about me. He behind all of those. Luna. Merp.
Merp.
Merp. Real quick, I just want to thank y'all for letting us. Hold on. I just want to thank y'all for letting us come and talk to you. I hope that we were able to impress something positive upon you today. We're going to talk to y'all in the future, and maybe we can come back next time, and maybe I will do some rap and some music for you. They have an annual hip hop award show in Athens.
Yep, at the Georgia thing.
At the Morton Theater.
Yeah.
I was nominated Best Artist of the Year. We were nominated Best Group of the Year. And the video that I did through McClure Entertainment was nominated Best Video of the Year.
What was your name? What was your name?
Go to YouTube, type in Southern Flavor of Georgia Anthem. My name is Versatile the Wild Child. Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions they would like to ask before we go? Southern Flavor of Georgia.
What happened on
Google my name and see what happens.
Hold on. What's your name?
Versatile.
What's your name? Come talk to me.
Versatile? That's 3 words y'all learned today, isn't it?
Because we got to change classes.
Go ahead.
No, she doesn't. She's Spanish. She said all that. These 3 know Spanish too. Oh.
This is 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
So y'all are a little more still than the 6th graders, right? So we can talk to y'all on a personal level, right?
Yeah.
Alright. What's your name, bro? Me? Your name is me? So my name is I. If you me, I'm I. What's your name? Chris, good to meet you on first time. What's your name?
But everybody knows this.
Secret. Cute, first. What's your name? John. What's your name? Alex. What's your name?
Back here, table
Alvin, you can sit on this desk or back here. No, now that one's broken. Oh, on this. Yeah, there you go. Everybody have a seat. If you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Hello, everybody. I want to introduce myself. My name is Versatile, the Wild Child. I'm a musician, an artist, MC. I am not a rapper. I do rap, hip hop. This is the Wild Wolf Pack. This is the hip hop people we have. We don't just do hip hop. We do more than that, a lot more. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves to you.
Hey, I'm Ghost. They call me Ghost. My name is Andrew.
I'm Taylor. My nickname is T-Lord.
I'm Charisma.
Susie, my nickname's Luna.
I'm Roman. I go by Mr. Hashtag.
That's why we actually call it this hashtag, because he's funny.
I'm Anna. I'm Anime.
We call it anime. We all have individual nicknames because each nickname that we have given them personifies the person. I call Ghost because he is very rarely around. Sometimes we even call him Casper or Justin Bieber just to make fun. With the hair, you know. I call him Taylor T-Lord because if you know what the word Lord means, who knows what Lord means? Does anybody know what the word Lord means? Lord is folklore, stories. T-Lord is our graphic artist. He does art, album designs, such things. So he tells stories with pictures. That's why I call him T-Lord. Charisma. Her name is Megan, but we call her Charisma. She's a very charismatic person. We have Luna Star Child, and that's quite self-explanatory. Luna's out of space. Use the hashtag. Physique, and if you know what that word means, then you understand why we call her physique. Then you have anime. It's not anime, it's anime. It's in like the cartoon. She's very animated, very happy, smiley, entertaining person. Starfire because she just looks like she's on fire all the time. My name is Versatile, the Wild Child. I won't explain the Wild Child part because y'all ain't ready for that. But the Versatile part is a play on words. Versatile, the word means able to do a number of different things. I don't only just rap. I sing. I don't have just one style of rap. I can do it all from tongue twisting to political, to gospel, to spiritual, to street hop, to hip hop, whatever style you want, I can master it. 6 seconds. The purpose of us being here today is to start talking to you guys and trying to get a little bit of information about who you are and what it is you do. So I would like to start with going around the classroom and asking everybody to tell me your names. I know I introduced myself to some of you, but they need to meet you. So let's start here and work our way back and around. What's your name? What's your name?
Chris. What's your nickname? TT.
TT. They call you TT. Alex. Can y'all speak up? Because we can't hear you.
Yeah, come on,
I don't know
guys.
why y'all acting shy. You know you ain't shy.
We're shy in the hallways now. Take the sweater off your mouth.
We just people. We ain't here to attack nobody. Yeah. What's your name, bro?
Treville.
Say it again.
Treville.
Nice to meet you. What's your name, bro?
Different.
Okay.
Yes. Alvin.
Diamond.
Right. Angel.
Brianna. Kobe.
Janelle.
Nice to meet you guys.
Hi.
Back in the back holding the camera. Hopefully he'll do a good job of it today. Is Southpaw.
What's happening?
My brother and my left hand man. I want to talk to y'all about some really important things today, in hopes that we can open y'all's minds and give y'all the ability to take control of your lives and better your futures. That's the purpose of why we're here. Not to talk to you like you're kids, because you're not kids to me. You're adults, young adults, in the process of becoming mature adults. And you have your own mindset, you have your own desires, you have your own thoughts. And if somebody doesn't come in now and start trying to give you the proper guidance, then it's quite easily to be manipulated and deceived and fooled by the world and the things that it will try to teach you. It may or may not be good. So the main thing that I want to talk to you about is a word that I dislike, a word that holds a lot of power and has a lot of importance in our culture. This word is racism. Raise your hand if you know what racism is. Tell me what racism is.
When a person doesn't like another person because of their color.
What is racism, sir? Sir, tell me what racism is.
It's like discrimination between like two different people.
The actual definition of racism is when a specific race thinks it's superior. Everybody knows what superior means, correct? Y'all talk to me, all right? Yes? No?
Yes.
Superior means you think you're better than. Racism is when a specific race thinks they're better than everyone else. Raise your hand if you think racism is good. That's good. Raise your hand if you think racism is bad. Why is racism bad, sir? Because what? Good answer. Why is racism bad? Yes, you.
Because we're all the same.
TT. Why is racism bad, sir? Why is racism bad, sir?
What does it cause?
It can cause violence. More often than not, it causes a disturbing feeling inside of you when somebody looks at you differently because you're Latino, or because you speak a different language than somebody else, or because your sexual orientation is different than somebody else, or because your religious preference or belief is different from somebody else. The purpose of us being here today is that we are all what? Equal, right? Regardless of where we came from, regardless of what we believe, regardless of our sexual orientation, regardless of our color, we're all equal. I know that it's a bad feeling to be taught and spoke to down because of who you are and what your color is. I know it's a bad feeling when somebody looks at you and makes a predetermined judgment on you because of your race. The purpose of this group that you see in front of you is, what's one thing you notice about us? She got it. Diversity. Does everybody knows what diversity means? We have white, black, Persian.
You should know this one.
Mexican.
I'm actually mixed myself with 5 different races, honestly. White and mutt. 5. My great-grandfather was Irish. Irish and Spanish. My grandmother on my father's side was Egyptian. My grandmother on my father's side was Nigerian. And my grandfather was Nigerian. So I'm quite mixed. One thing that I want to talk to y'all about also is being able to accept who you are. Because it's easy to accept others when you have something in common. Sometimes it's not so easy to accept yourself, right? It's true because there's flaws in everybody. Everybody's got a flaw. Nobody is perfect, right? Raise your hand if you're perfect. You think so, TT? Or you, TT? You the one with people on. You perfect? You just class clown? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You need attention. You want a hug?
He gets good hugs.
I give you a hug. You want a hug? Seriously though, we do music for the very purpose of teaching people to think outside the box, to think differently, to not follow typical guidelines and the typical mindset of the average person today. Because so many people around us have this singular mindset of, I'm going to stick with the person that I am and the people that look like me, who have my color or my religion or my sexual orientation. But I can tell you that in this group, there's not only different religions, different colors, but different sexual orientations as well. There's bisexual, homosexual, heterosexual, all standing in front of you. And now you're thinking, right? Who's who? I got you thinking, I ain't gonna tell you. Now you don't get to know. Because the point of that is it doesn't really matter who's what. They're still people, correct? We're all people. I don't need to know what your sexual orientation is or what your religion is. Those things don't really matter to me. What matters to me is how you treat me. That's it. And that's what should matter to you, is not what somebody believes or what their color is, but how they respond to you and how they respect you. Right? Right? Right. Because everybody, who wants to be treated bad? Raise your hand if you want somebody to treat you badly. Who wants to be talked down to? Right? Nobody. I don't like it. I don't want it, and not going to allow it either. Nor should you. You have the right to be treated. That's respect. I'm going to give it, so I want it back. Right? That's the same thing. When you are talking to somebody, you want to be heard, correct? Correct. Otherwise, why are you talking? If you're talking, you want somebody to listen to you, right? Right. So you don't want to be having a conversation with her, and then you'll hear blah, 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 blah. Right? You'd rather than be polite. Show the same courtesy that you want others to show you. I want to ask another question real quick. I'm going to pick 3 people, and I'm going to ask you what it is you want to do with your life. Starting with you. Where do you want to be as an adult, career-wise? Teacher. Why? How do you plan on obtaining that goal? That's it. So you can go to college and just be a teacher. Because the minute you step on college, they're going to be like, here you go, yeah, you're a teacher now, right? Okay, so tell me how you're going to become a teacher. That's how she's going to be a teacher. That's a game plan, right? So in order to obtain these goals, what you're going to need? A plan. So where did that plan start at? Right here. It starts right here. It starts today, right now, right here. This is where your game plan gets implemented. If you're going to sit on the floor and play, then you probably ain't going to reach your game plan, huh? Huh? If you don't take this seriously, then you're probably not going to obtain too much in life. But if you have goals like this young lady right here, you're more likely to succeed. What are your goals, young lady? Poetry? Like you write poetry? We might have a place for you. I do poetry as well. What about you, sir? What are your goals? Football. What position? So I guess you watched the Super Bowl the other day. Was you disappointed?
Yes.
Yes. I bet on the Seahawks. I'm good. But how you plan on getting to be a football player? Where do you want to go to school at? What school do you want to play for? Because you can't just step out of Patty Hilsman and grab a football and run down the street. That isn't gonna work. So how you gonna become a football player?
Work for it.
Work for it. How?
Hopefully get a scholarship.
Okay. How else? Let's say you get the scholarship and you go to college. For let's say UGA, you're a Bulldog. And you want the field. And you're a quarterback or you're a cornerback. Let's say you get an injury. What happens then? What's your backup plan?
Be a chef.
Who?
Chef.
A chef. So that's your backup plan. How you gonna do that? Learn how to cook. How you gonna do that?
Go to school for it.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Does everybody understand where I'm going with this? So I keep going. Y'all 8th graders, y'all got this, right? What's my point? Somebody tell me my point. Tell me my point. Afro man. Tell me my point. Afro Thunder, talk to me. I got one too. Mine this big, bro. I love it. Actually, I'm gonna get somebody to braid it up for you. What's my point? You don't get it? The point is that if you have a goal or you have something in life that you really want to get to, if you don't have a game plan, you ain't gonna get there. You ain't gonna make it on having a pretty afro. You gotta be able to work for it. You gotta make it happen. What do you want to do? Do what? What kind of business do you want to open? Car lot. So you want to be a car salesman, basically. How you plan on attaining that goal? First thing to do would probably be graduate middle school. That'd be the first step, right? Then we get into high school and graduate from high school. Then we find out what degree is necessary for us to attain that goal. Then we go to college. Then we graduate from college. Then we start filling applications, right? Let me tell y'all a little bit about me. I was, at one point in time, I wanted to be a geneticist when I was young, because my mother has sickle cell. My entire life I lived in fear that my mother would die from this disease. Sickle cell is a genetic disease that is prominently prone to African Americans. It is where the white blood cells in her blood are sickle cell shaped, and when her blood starts pumping faster, when she goes through stress or high levels of it, it clots and slows up and can kill her. Many times as a child at y'all's age, I would come home and my mother would be on the floor, and I would have to call the ambulance, and then she would go to the hospital, and I would have to sit in there for 2 or 3 weeks waiting on her to get better. So as a kid or a young adult, I wanted to fix that till I realized it required math. I don't like math, so I said, I'm gonna find something else. I was gonna talk to somebody about it, and they'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But my problem when I was young was I was not very good at listening. I was this young man right here. I thought everything was funny. I thought school was a joke. Even though I read books, it didn't really mean nothing to me because I could figure it out really easily. I could take a test and pass it, but I didn't do none of the homework. That was just me as a kid. That ended me up in a very bad predicament. At the age of 16 and 17, I started using drugs. At the age of 20, I went to prison. I spent a year in the prison system where I watched people get murdered and killed. A number of other things happened in these institutions. And I can tell you, you would not enjoy any of those things. I can tell you from personal experience that if this is a joke to you, I can show you a place they would love to be here in contrast to where they are right now. I can tell you about a place where you can only use the bathroom when they allow you. You can only eat what they tell you you can eat, when they tell you you can eat. 24 hours a day, you're in an 8x16 cage, and you do what they tell you. Or they beat you. Or they throw you in a smaller cage and put you behind a wall where you don't see no sunlight. Where they put me at for 6 months. Because I was hard-headed, like this young man over here on the floor. I didn't want to listen to nobody. I thought everything was funny, everything was a joke, and everything was a game. And it cost me my freedom. So I'm here to tell y'all, funny to you now, it's not going to be funny when you out here on these streets trying to take care of babies and kids and you ain't got no job. It's not funny when mama and daddy ain't paying no bills no more. You ain't got nowhere to stay. You got to take care of yourself. It ain't funny then. It's not funny then. So while you think that life is so huge right now, this is all it really is. Right now, this is important for y'all. This is the most important thing and the most important time of your life. Because the decisions that you make today, right now, are going to determine your future. So if it's funny to you, the joke gonna be on you later. But if you take it seriously like this young lady right here does, you have a better chance of obtaining the goals that you set for yourself. And all these things boil down to is acceptance. Accepting who you are, what you believe in and what you stand for, following these goals and not being stopped. Tito and I are in the process of making a clothing line right now called Go Hard Head. I am a hard-headed person. Stubborn was what I was when I was younger. Because I would do wrong things knowing I was wrong, but I wouldn't stop because I didn't want to listen to nobody. A hard-headed person has a goal like this young woman right here. She wants to be a teacher. Go hard-headed. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't care what nobody say about you, what they try to do to hold you down. You keep that goal in front of you and you don't stop until you obtain it. That's hard-headed. I am a musician. You can change your life. You can change. You can make a difference in your life. This group you see in front of us, we are nominated the best hip-hop group in Athens right now. And we probably gonna win. Because we work hard. Every one of these guys and girls you see here, they work hard to be where we are. Southern Flavor was nominated best video of the year. We work hard. So if you have a goal, if you want to be a football player, and that's what you truly want, if you get up in the morning and you're like, I'm finna go to school, but I really want to play football. That's how you feel sometimes? That's a passion, brother. That's a passion. Me, I might be laying in the bed sometime, and I can't even sleep because I got to get up and write a song. That's a passion. What's your dreams and goals? You don't know? And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But when you do figure out what that is, get it. And don't let nobody stop you. Right now, I want to let somebody talk to y'all, Mr. Hashtag, because he's a prime example of what it feels like to be discriminated against because of who you are.
All right. I'm Mr. Hashtag, and I would like to ask, what race do you think I am?
Persian?
Yeah. Did I already say it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got me blocked out on that one. But basically, just growing up, being Persian was difficult because basically I got made fun of a lot just because of my race. And like Verse was saying earlier, there's really no reason to make fun of somebody because of the race. There's bigger things in life to worry about than somebody's race or skin tone. Like education is very important, and basically follow your dreams. Don't let anybody say no to you, because at that point you're defeated, and that's not a good feeling. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, basically like what I just said, and just go hard-headed and be yourself, basically.
As I said earlier, I'm Luna, and there are multiple reasons why I've gone through a lot of experiences that led me to Verse. I was one of those people that did not accept myself. I went through a lot of times when I kind of knew what I was on multiple levels, but I didn't want to accept it because I knew how people were treated like that. I knew the hardships people went through with that. You see it on the news all the time. And I'm Mexican, and I know I don't look like it. I know I don't look like it. I've never looked like it, except maybe when I was really, really little. But even then, I looked very Caucasian. I saw the hardships my family went through. I still see how some of my cousins, my aunts and uncles are treated. And this is here in Athens. This isn't anywhere else. And that's considering Athens is actually a very good place. It's very diverse. It's much more accepting than most of Georgia is. I'm sure some of you might know what I'm talking about, some might not. But I'm going to reveal a little something that you didn't want to reveal earlier just because it is part of me, part that I accepted, and it's part of what you let me accept. But I am homosexual. I prefer the company of a woman to the company of a man. And that is who I am, and that was one of my biggest struggles in life. And I started struggling with that when I was y'all's age. This is 8th grade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I was in 8th grade when I started struggling with it. And the struggles went from not being sure if my friends were going to be okay with it, not being sure if my family would be okay with it. And as I started realizing that it was a part of me that I couldn't ignore my entire life, my family did show that they weren't accepting of it. My friends were much more accepting of it than I could even hope. And thankfully, things have been progressing in that. I'm sure y'all see it on the news or hear about it on Facebook, on TV, everywhere, that there are more and more steps being made towards equality. And now I can say that when my family first found out, it was 5 years ago. I went through a lot of struggles where my mom and I just argued all the time. I wasn't allowed to go out and hang out with my friends because my mom thought they were the ones influencing that in me. And it's only been recently that the rest of my family has come to find out, and to my big surprise, they were all very accepting. My biggest fear had been that I would be disowned. When my mom found out, I thought she was going to kick me out of the house, and I was 15, 16 when she found out. And I was worried about, how am I going to survive? Where am I going to stay? How am I going to keep going to school? My biggest worry actually was, how am I going to keep going to school? And that's honestly what y'all should worry about the most, was getting your education, being able to get somewhere in your life. How many of y'all here are thinking about going to the military? Any of the branches? Army, Air Force, Marines? Just 1, 2, 3 maybe? Okay. I see a few maybes.
How many of y'all would have ever guessed she was the one that was homosexual? How many of you would guess that she's also in the military? And could probably throw you on your back real fast.
Don't try me. I don't look like it. I can throw him on his back.
I weigh 240 pounds, so.
Not much smaller than that, as y'all can see. But anyway, I'm in the Army Reserves. Meaning when I wanted to join, I wasn't ready to go to Korea or Hawaii or Germany, wherever they wanted to send you once you go through training. I wanted to stay here and pursue what I really wanted to do. I wanted to stay close to my family, my friends, and honestly, these people up here, they're not my friends, they're my family. Why? Because they all know probably a lot more than most of my family, friends, co-workers know about me. And they accept it, and they love me for it, even more. This guy started loving me a lot more once I became more honest with him about everything. But being in the military, of course, it's still kind of hard being homosexual, but also being a woman and being Mexican makes it a little harder. Because even though they're pushing for equality as well in the military, it's still not really happening. There's still people getting in trouble just because it's found out that they're homosexual. A lot of Hispanics still aren't seen as equal, even though we're in the same uniform as everyone else. A lot of women are still not seen as equal, even though we're in the same uniform, right next to you doing the same job. What do y'all think I do in the military? Somebody take a guess.
He said,
actually very close.
Very good guess.
Right?
She probably didn't know that.
My dad did that. I'm actually a mechanic in the military. All those big vehicles y'all see with wheels that are like taller than I am half the time, I crawled in there and fixed them. And in my line of work in the military, honestly, at my units, out of, I want to say 20, 30 mechanics, I am one of 2 females in that group. There's only 2 of us. And sometimes she's not even there. Sometimes we're put with separate vehicles, or she has to do paperwork, or I have to do paperwork. But thankfully in my unit, most of the guys, they're very respectful. Most of them. There have been a couple of them that need a little work, but we're working on it.
Do y'all get where she's going with all this? Do y'all understand this? You never would have expected this at all, correct? Correct. But now that you know, what do you think about it? How do you feel about it? Does it change how you see her? Luna is a very beautiful young woman who has one of the best hearts of anybody I know and is a very loyal person. What she is sexually or what her religion is doesn't change how I look at her. Doesn't change how much I love her as my sister and how much I see her as a good person. This is what equality should be. This is what acceptance should be. And I don't feel this love for just her. I feel this love for every one of my brothers and sisters right here. And we feel that love for each other. We're not blood related, but we're probably more related as a family than we are with most of our blood. Because when we need each other, we're there. And these are the type of bonds and relationships that I encourage y'all to start trying to make with other people. And don't allow sexual orientation or color or religious purposes to be reasons why you don't associate with somebody. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? You understand? We're going to wrap it up. I enjoyed very much getting to meet every one of you. Again, I apologize for little buddy. I might have to go out there and talk to him. You know? I'll go find him again. I might get him in a minute. I might take him with me. You want to go too?
Yeah, I want to go too.
I encourage all of y'all to go look online and listen to some of our music. Last year we released 9 mixtapes. Go to YouTube, search Wild Wolf Pack. If there was a system. Everybody else just went off? No. Yeah. No. What? No. Oh, you don't like football? I like
versatile to watch out. Yeah. I got haters on my back like a quarterback sacked in the blitz. Shake them off like Herschel Walker, leave them in between the hedges. A classic city legend, catch me in my red and black. University of Georgia, that's where all my dogs be at. Party hard on Miller's Ave, tailgating on Lunkin Street. Sorority chicks got headphones on and they jogging to me. Number 1 off in my city, all over the radio. Georgia fans gon' love it, but them Gators, they gon' hate me though. Tampa Stadium, I got it hype, everybody crunk. Families come to see them dogs, wait for them to kick it off and all you hear is now the game is underway, it's best when on a sunny day. More Ricky on the field, encouraging all of them dogs to play. All you hear is kill them dogs, stadium cheering them on. Then they turn it up a notch, now watch us as we bring it home. Get away from all these haters, I'm a bulldog and y'all some gators, and hold it back ain't in our nature, you will respect my southern flavor, Get away from all these haters, I'm a bulldog and y'all some gators,
seen the I get you. Talk to you yet.
The reason why I'm showing y'all that was I went from a very bad, goofy, retarded kid that wouldn't act right to this. So you can do whatever you want if you just really want to. If you keep your mind focused on your dreams and your goals, you can get there. Alright? I said me.
I howl on the count of 3.
Hold on.
That's just terrible way.
No. Can I?
Oh, come on.
All right. Can you hold this for me now?
Can I hold it?
You want to hold it? Well, come on then. There you go.
Look, little boy.
Now, I got a question. Who would like to join the Wild Warpath? Raise your hand.
Got 2 hands up for that.
What's my salary?
One thing we're trying to do is we're coming into the middle schools, and if you like to rap, if you like to sing, if you like to dance, whatever type of artistic creative talent you got, I want to teach them that all and we're going to try to come in and have maybe an after-school program to where we can build a Wild Wolfpack here. Not just y'all, everyone else. Teaching you how to use your lyrics and your songs to do this stuff.
I am.
You got to do that?
Chris Brown, eh?
Now, if you're going to be in the Wild Wolfpack, you got to be a wolf. Of course. And you got to know the call. So, on the count of 3, I want to hear your wolf howl. 1, 2,
You go Jacob on the
3.
Ain't no moon, but we still high.
Thank you.